Good morning guys! Welcome to my channel. So, kagigising lang namin ng Mrs. Today's actually our anniversary. It's 20 years. So, we decided, you know what? Bili tayo ng bahay! Bago tayo mag-lunch. I'm serious. Totoo to.
Huh?
So guys, ngayon gising na ako. Biro lang yung intro namin. It's actually one of the biggest decisions in people's lives to buy a home. So it's not something that you want to get into just because you woke up in the morning and you decided that you wanted to. Madaming preparasyon na kailangan yung gawin para magawa itong tama. And you want to do this right the first time, every time. So me and my wife, we have played with the real estate market in many occasions over the years. So everything that I'm about to tell you right now is strictly based on our experience, okay? But lahat naman tayo, Filipino, doesn't matter who, their biggest dream in life is to be a homeowner. And this is something that nobody should take lightly. Kailangan preparado tayo before we actually dive into it. And hopefully, some of the tips that I give you today will give you an idea on how to go on about going through this process. So guys, this is 5 tips. So that's 10, no sorry, 5. 5 tips. 5 Pinoy pro tips based on our experience. How to buy a house here in Canada. Hey guys, Pinoy pro tip number 1 for buying a house here in Canada consists of 3 components. Number 1, kailangan nyo na may trabaho. Number 2, kailangan nyo ng good credit. Number 3, kailangan nyo ng down payment. So let's talk about this briefly. So you need a job. You need a stable source of income. And it would also help that you have history with your employment/employer. Typically 2 years or more within the same company really shows the financial institutions that you have a consistent source of income. That's really important. And you don't necessarily have to be full-time, but you do need to show, it does help to be full-time, but you do need to show a stable source of income. Number 2, you need to have good credit. Dito sa Ontario, Canada, most financial institutions require a credit score of 680 minimum. So 680 and up, you're good. 680 and below, you might need some work. There are ways to boost up your credit scores, but that's for another video. But just as a rule of thumb, if you're able to find out what your credit score is, it's a really important piece of the puzzle. So a credit score of 680 or more is a very good thing, especially when you're looking for a mortgage. Anything below 680 will require a lot of work. And number 3 is a down payment. So obviously you're gonna buy a house and it's gonna be of significant value, which would require you a minimum of 5% dito sa Ontario, Canada. So simple math, you know, if the loan is $100,000, 5% of that is $5,000. So you do the math depending on the price of the house that you're looking at. So ayun, just to recap, you need a stable job, you need a good credit score, and you need a down payment. Pinoy pro tip number 2. So number 2 is pick your target neighborhood, pick your target budget. So this is what me and my wife have done when we play within the realms of the real estate market. So number 1, we determine first kung saan namin gusto bumili ng bahay, which neighborhood this is. That's really important. So what we would do, maghahanap kami ng mga listing na nagustuhan namin, na kursunadahan namin. And on a Sunday afternoon, pag wala kaming trabaho, pupunta kami dun sa mga neighborhood na yon Not necessarily to look at the house itself, but just to look at the neighborhood to see if it fits our criteria. Kung malapit ba to sa school, kung malapit ba to sa bus route, kung malapit ba to sa subway, kung malapit ba to sa mall, kung malapit ba to sa restaurants. All of those things, kailangan i-check nyo sa box ninyo, sa list ninyo. You know? So yun ang ginagawa namin. Every single property that me and my wife have bought in the future, this is the common practice that we do. Magdadrive kami, paikot-ikot pag Sunday in the target neighborhood just to see if it fits our lifestyle, if it fits our needs. And number two, the second component of this is your target budget. So the last thing you want is to buy something that you cannot afford. So you have to make an assessment with your budget. You have to find out, write down on a piece of paper exactly how much you make and how much you can afford and how much your down payment is. And when you look at listings, I understand it's fun to window shop and look at houses that are way above our capability of buying. But to be realistic, so you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting anybody's time, stay within your budget. Because the last thing you want is to be house poor. That is no way to live. So once you have those two things in mind, I think we're ready to go to the third step. Number three, guys, is get a pre-approval from a bank/financial institution. This is a very important part of the whole process. Probably one of the most. So this step will allow you to find out exactly your interest rate and exactly how much of a mortgage that the bank is willing to loan you. So what you do is you walk into any of the 5 big banks or any financial institution for that matter. So we deal primarily with Bank of Montreal and Royal Bank of Canada. So tatawag kami sa mortgage specialist or mortgage agent that works for either BMO or RBC. And we're gonna tell them our story. We're gonna say, hey, we're planning on buying a home. This is our down payment. This is where we work. Please put in an application for us. And once you're put through the process, they will tell you exactly what budget the bank will allow you to get a mortgage for. So, depende sa bibili ninyo, depende sa income ninyo, depende sa credit ninyo. There's many different factors that the mortgage broker or mortgage agent will be more than happy to discuss with you. So, ito ang, like I said, one of the most important processes because this directly deals with a mortgage that you're going to end up having once you close on the property that you wish to buy. So again, make sure you get a pre-approval before proceeding to step number 4. Number 4, guys. So you've already sorted out your financial information. You've already figured out the type of neighborhood and your budget where you want to buy your house, and you've already received a pre-approval from a bank. Number 4, I think you're ready for it now. Get yourself a very dependable real estate agent. So when you're buying a house, the real estate agent is free. You don't have to pay for anything. If anything, the real estate agent is making money from this sale because of you, the buyer. So use this as an opportunity to get as much information about the houses that you are interested in. Huwag kayong mahiya. Put that real estate agent to work. Because now, preparado na kayo. You know you already have a pre-approval. So the real estate agent knows that you're serious. Because all he has to do is show you the right house and you're ready to pull the trigger. So most people, They get intimidated by the agent. Don't. You are the buyer. You, the buyer, will be the reason why this real estate agent will end up making a commission at the end of the day. So please utilize him as best as you can. Get as much information. Don't be shy to see how many different houses, and make sure that he works for you. Number 5, guys, that's actually 10, but number 5, this is probably the most nakakatakot, nakakaba step of the whole entire thing. Because this is the time that you actually place a bid on the house that you've chosen. So, there's many different strategies that you can follow when making a bid for a house. We'll talk about that on a different video. But the only advice that I can give you is base the number that you're gonna bid for on historical data. So, tanong nyo sa real estate agent ninyo, can you please give me all the sold listings in the last 6 months in this neighborhood that we're buying our house in? That way you could make a sound decision on exactly how much to bid for this house. Okay? So base your decisions on hard numbers, not this. Because when you base your decisions on hard numbers using this versus this, trust me, the results will be way more favorable to you. So congratulations, guys, you just bought your first house here in Canada. Mind you, the process medyo intricate. This is just a general guideline kung paano yung proseso. There's many more little tiny things that you need to know and need to go through. This is just a general guideline, just so you guys know, based on my experience buying houses dito sa Canada over the years. So hopefully this was very helpful sa mga kabayan natin out there that are thinking of buying a house dito sa Canada. And I hope I was able to help you guys out just a little bit. So if you have any questions or anything, please comment down below, and hopefully we can continue making videos like this that you guys like to see. So please consider subscribing. This is PuTo Mendoza in Canada, wishing you good night, good afternoon, and good morning wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.